Hey guys, this is Dimitri with Joe's Gaming and Electronics, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace your touch bar, this guy right here, on your Apple MacBook model A2338. Before we get into the video, I do want to let you guys know that we do sell this on our website, and we do have Apple MacBook parts available on our website. And we do also provide a mail-in repair service. So if you have an issue like this and you want to send it in and have us fix it, you are more than welcome to do so. Also, all the tools that I'll be using, we do have them available on our website as well. The link will be down in the description below. And before we dive into the repair, I just want you to know that you will need an alcohol dispenser, some alcohol for this repair, with a syringe to kind of disperse the alcohol, and you're gonna want to use this thermo tape as well, and you'll understand why. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this repair. So first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove the back cover. The tools that I'll be using, specifically this one, we do sell a toolkit on our website that will have all the bits necessary for the MacBook repair. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the back cover screws. We're gonna go ahead and grab our pry tool with our plastic clip. We're gonna go ahead, pry the back end up just enough to get this plastic clip in between the back cover and the keyboard housing. Once we got that, go ahead, slide it on the sides. You should hear it clip. Go ahead, get the other side. And then we're gonna go ahead, bring it back here, and we're just simply gonna pull up like so. Once we've done that, go ahead and grab back cover like this and just pull it towards you to get it off the hinges. Like that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use a plastic spudger to disconnect any ribbons. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this one. And we're gonna go ahead and remove this screw with the T5 screwdriver. We're gonna go ahead, lift this ribbon up slightly and open up the MacBook and press and hold the power button for at least 5 seconds to drain any power. Alrighty, once we've done that, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're pretty much gonna remove all the screws out of the motherboard. The board does need to come out for this repair. So we're gonna go ahead and undo all the screws and unplug all the ribbons. We're using a T3 bit for the top section right here. Disconnect this ribbon. Remove the Wi-Fi antenna screw. We're gonna go ahead and take out this guy. Whenever you're removing specific covers or shields, make sure that you keep them close by the screws so that you don't get them mixed up. Looks like this one is missing a screw here. And the last screw we gotta remove is the one right there. It's like a hex key, so we're gonna go ahead and get that. Go ahead and use your plastic spudger and disconnect all the ribbons. We're gonna go ahead and start with disconnecting the touch button ribbon. And with these ribbons, what I'm doing is with the spudger, I'm just going in, popping up the holder for the ribbons, and then just pulling the ribbons out like so. Now we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the Wi-Fi antenna. Alrighty. Once all the screws are out and all the ribbons are disconnected, we're gonna go ahead and lift the motherboard and get it out of the keyboard housing. If you look really closely, there's a little screw right there. You're gonna wanna go ahead and remove that screw. And right underneath here, there is a little cover. You wanna go ahead and peel that cover away. And there's another little screw located right there, which it's just a T3 screw. Once we've got that taken care of, we're gonna go in right here, the flathead, peel this up, and we got one more screw to remove. This is the touch bar ribbon assembly plugin. Once we get that taken care of, this little metal bracket, we're gonna go ahead, peel it off. You're gonna wanna save it because you're gonna need it for the new touch bar. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, flip our MacBook over. Take a microfiber rag, throw it over the screen to make sure that we do not damage the screen, because we will be using a heat gun. And we're gonna add a strip of this tape on the corner of the first row of the keys. The only reason why we're doing that is because we do need to use a heat gun for this process, and we want to ensure that we don't damage any of the keys. Makes it easier if you press down on the keys and you just run the spudger on the edge to make sure that it grabs onto the actual housing. And then we're going to go ahead and add some to the escape button and to the touch ID button. And if you want to be extra careful, you can take the screen off for this. So for this process, we're going to use a heat gun. We're going to use the star pry tool, which we do sell this on our website as well. You're going to want something thin and a plastic clip to go ahead and use it so that you could pry the rest of the screen. For the heat gun, I'm going to be running it at 250 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna go ahead, grab our alcohol dispenser, make sure we got some ready to go. And what we're gonna do first to start off is we're gonna go ahead, take the star pry tool, we're gonna get it into the corner underneath. And you want to go slow with this, because if you go really quick and you rush it, you'll probably end up cracking the touch bar, and it's a lot more difficult to remove when it's cracked in multiple places. I'm just gonna go ahead and start warming up the touch bar. So once we warm it up a little bit, I'm gonna start pulling down or pressing down onto the pry tool as I heat this up. So it's coming up a little bit. We're gonna take a little bit of alcohol, get some alcohol in there. The alcohol does loosen up the adhesive, so it does make it for an easier peel. And we're gonna go ahead and keep heating it up. Patience is a virtue. You gotta be very patient for this repair. If you're very patient, you can make this a pretty easy repair. And if you rush it and you crack the touch bar, it could become a very time-consuming and difficult repair. As we're able to get the star underneath there, we're gonna go ahead, get a little bit more alcohol. And start heating this up some more. Once we heat it up, go ahead and just move the star just a little bit. You don't want to do too much, just enough so that we could get the plastic clip in there. And we're gonna go ahead, remove this, and from here on out, we're just gonna go ahead and rock with the plastic clip all the way to the end. And we're just gonna repeat the process, heat it up, slide it more towards the left, and just keep pumping alcohol in there to loosen up the adhesiveness. Once you've made it to the end, go ahead and lift up the touch bar, and you can go ahead and peel the static tape. If you notice, all the keys are in great condition, none of them melted, and that is perfect. That is exactly what you want. Flip it over, and right over here there's going to be another metal plate that you're gonna want to keep. It's this guy, and where these two ribbons are, it should disconnect right there at the end. And we're just simply gonna go ahead and pull everything out. Through the front. Once we've done that, go ahead and toss the bad touch bar. And next, what we're gonna do is we have to take off the rest of this old adhesive. Once we've peeled the adhesive, go ahead and grab your microfiber, and we're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of alcohol on it, and we're gonna clean the area where we're gonna install the new touch bar. Grab our new touch bar, disconnect these two pieces. You just simply want to go ahead and just peel it up, set that aside, and remove the top film. Go ahead, take these ribbons and feed them through that opening. Like so. We're just gonna kind of measure it up. Looks good. It's there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and peel this end off. So now we have the adhesive And what I like to do is I like to first line it up right on this end. You want to make sure that you get this right the first time, because once you put the touch bar down, you're not going to be able to peel it back up without breaking it. Go ahead and just kind of press down. Go ahead, close your MacBook and flip it right over. What I like to do is I like to take this metal bracket and I like to fasten it down first. Once we get this metal bracket fastened down, you should have a little clear film to peel to get the adhesiveness off, or to get the adhesiveness to show, which it looked like it already came off the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lay this down on the metal bracket like so. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, peel this off, this as well, and we're gonna go ahead and set this down over the top like so. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and attach this ribbon to the touch bar. And this metal plate that we removed last, we're gonna go ahead, set it down, fasten it with the screw. Perfect. Once it's fastened, we're gonna go ahead and place this over the top. Like so. And right here where you have this ribbon, you're going to want to go ahead, peel this clear sticker off, and we're going to go ahead and fold it and just press down. So this is how it should look once you've done all this. Alright, so once the touch bar is installed and we got all this situated, we're gonna go ahead, grab our motherboard, and we're gonna go ahead and install it back. I recommend that you make sure that you fold up all the ribbons so that you don't get anything underneath the board. And once I got this in place, what I like to do is I like to inspect every single connector, make sure that the ribbon is indeed out. In this case, it looks like we are good to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start plugging in all the ribbons. Go ahead, connect the Wi-Fi antenna. And as you plug in the ribbons, make sure that you push down these ribbon holders. Make sure that this is connected. Sometimes it will pop off as you plug it back into the board. We're going to go ahead, plug in the charger ports. Alright, so we're gonna go back to this part once everything is plugged in and we double check, made sure it's plugged in. With this specific ribbon, you're gonna need to put a bend in it. So what I like to do is I like to push it back, and if you press down with the spudger, there's like a little line right here. You can go ahead, just put it on the line, press it down, and fold this in like so, so that when you're all set in stone, it looks like this. Let me capture it closer. You want it bent like that so that you can go ahead and plug it into the board. Like so. Then we're gonna go ahead, plug this guy in, and the last ribbon at the moment will be the touch button. I'm gonna go ahead and plug that back in as well. Perfect. Once all that's done, now we're gonna start installing all the screws. The first screw that we're gonna install is gonna be this hex. Tighten it down. Once we've done that, go ahead and use your T5 screwdriver and start installing all the screws that hold down the motherboard. Gonna just loosen these up so that we could get the board all lined up. So once we got those screws in, we're gonna go ahead and start putting back the plates that we originally removed. For this one, the longer one goes to the left. And for this one, because one screw was missing, I'm gonna go ahead and put one in that corner and one in the bottom corner. Once all that is complete, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, grab our screw, the big one, and we're gonna go ahead and fasten it down. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this ribbon, make sure this is lifted up before we plug it in. Perfect. Once we've done all that, the last thing that we have to do is install the back cover. And with the back cover, we're just simply gonna go ahead and put it down, let it sit on the keyboard housing, and we're just gonna line it up as we push it forward. Once it hits the point where it's not going any further, if you kind of grab it and you start lifting it up like that, there's going to be resistance, which means you got it on the hinges. So once you feel that, go ahead and just push one side in like so, then Go ahead, repeat the steps, do the other side. Make sure it's flush on the corners. Once you've done that, go ahead and push on the sides. You'll hear it snap into place. Push in the middle, it'll clip in. And the last thing left to do is to install the screws onto the back cover. Once again, that's using a P5 bit. The longest screws go in the top corners. The second to longest screws go in the bottom corners. And the two shorties go in the middle. Once all that's complete, you have successfully done the touch bar replacement on your Apple MacBook model A2338. Once again, all the tools that I was using to do this repair and perform this repair in this video are available on our website. The link will be down in the description below, as well as the part. We do sell the touch bars on our website. Link will be in the description as well. And last but not least, I do want to inform you guys once more that we do offer a mail-in repair service. So if you have a MacBook that has a bad touch bar, broken screen, water damaged keyboard, etc., any physical damage, you are more than welcome to fill out a repair form on our website and send your MacBook in to get a free estimated cost to get the item fixed.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you guys love what we do, please support us. You guys can click on the links that we have on the end screen. You guys can buy parts, sales, or service so we can continue to make great videos for you guys for many more years. Thank you.